3,402 people died on Zero Day. Plane crashes, train derailments, total chaos.
Wow, what a show. I binged the whole thing.
Thank you.
It was so cool. Mr. Newman, I'm going to start with you. Zero Day, it's so multi-layered as a political thriller. Where was the inspiration for this?
In fall of 2021, Noah Oppenheim, who's a longtime friend of mine and my co-creator and co-showrunner on this show, met in New York here down the street. And we were talking about something that we were both very concerned about at the time, which was our country's relationship with the truth. You know, Noah was the head of NBC News, and so he had a very unique and experienced take on how Americans were getting their news, processing their news, and then recycling their news. And what was becoming apparent to him was that we were headed to a place where people lived inside of their own realities, where two truths can exist contemporaneously, and both sides believe their truth is the truth. And despite them being mutually exclusive of one another, they had to coexist. And it seemed like a really interesting theme and also a world in which to set a story and to put a character. We started talking about the idea of a very highly placed arbiter in an investigation into a 9/11 style event, which we made a cyber attack, and giving this character the inability to discern truth from fiction, and then forcing them to make the determination and take an action. And that kind of became Zero Day. And, you know, we were fortunate enough to mention this to Bob, and he engaged in the idea, and off we went.
We're Americans. What are we doing? We're supposed to be standing up for each other. We're supposed to be helping each other. What, you think you're doing the right thing? No, you're not. You're afraid. You're not behaving like an American, nor a patriot. You're here standing up for the little guy, the working man? Well, there are working men and women buried right beneath our feet, right here.
Mr. De Niro, you play former President George Mullen in the series. You have a great line in it. Towards the end, destroying democracy is not the way to save it. It's a great thriller. What do you hope, though, audiences think about when they get to the end of Zero Day?
Well, I hope they think about that line, you know, and the whole thing.
I know that you've, movie like Casino, you met with real life people. Did you meet with any past presidents to sort of inspire your portrayal?
Over the years, I've met a few presidents, of course, but I get a lot of it from just interviews or what I've read or speeches that they make and stuff, and situations that they're in a news conference where they're asked tough questions and are answering them in a certain way. It's pretty informative and was very helpful for me.
What was it like for you to do a TV series?
Well, it's different because it's like I always say, it's like doing 3 features back to back. It was a long haul, and I had to keep on top of it all the time, be ready to shoot these scenes. And it was very structured. We weren't overscheduled, which, normally you overschedule a little bit in a movie, but Leslie Lincoln Glatter was terrific. She was the one director for all 6 episodes, which is something that I wanted, because I've heard about when you have different directors, unless they're great and they're so special and unique that they'll add something to the next episode. I'd rather be consistently with one person. And I think everybody agreed on that. And Eric being the showrunner, it's such an important thing that he does, especially if there are different directors. But it was all good. It was just a lot of keeping up, I had to stay on it.
People will believe what they need to believe. The truth is the truth, but it's not always the most important thing.